this is set up, so I just call it squares. Just to call it something different.
Call it Foursquare.
Yes, Foursquare.
Foursquare.
Yo, who got the ball?
I think it's at Shaggy.
Also, why is my games so fuck?
Sorry, what'd you say?
Robot?
Yeah, I'm Robocop.
Also, I can rearrange the markers once they get thrown out.
These PvP outfits actually all look so good. The dialogue from the characters. I don't know why the visor and the belt are different colors, but everything else pretty good.
Actually, I might want to just a little bit. So it's a little bit more obvious. There. That looks good. Alright, I think we're good. I'm good over here. Alright, let's do it. Eat food if you need to, blah 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 blah, you know the drill already. Yep. Guess I wanted that shield.
See as a visor. We'll see if we can resolve.
Ah, there was a couple of times where I gave Kelvis the big shield. And it's never been Avery, though. Or, not Avery, Izzy. Like, it's almost never been the fact that the tank gets the big shield. Also, tanks and healers are getting the feathers. Tanks and healers can stack within the boss's hitbox. People that don't have it can grab it. Perfect. Just like that. Because now it's super easy to just do that. Also, ow. That being said, the way we have things set up is just... Yeah, like, this is super comfy to heal so far. The way we have, like, men playing.
Still haven't figured out the flower spot. Whatever.
I haven't... Yeah. Like, this fight's weird when it comes to, like, lining up your, like, healing cooldowns.
It just wouldn't make a difference here, maybe for size?
This is a knockback into light party. Group 1 is going through him. Group 2 is going into light.
Oh, no, I didn't get very far.
I'll get it. Southerly shift. This is get to the wall. This isn't knockback, this is just sword. That's correct.
Did we go on one?
I mean, I thought we were wiping it anyways, but...
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Remember, it's arena based, it's not based on where he's pointing. So technically, yeah, we would have been over here at 3. One
Yeah.
was north. I was just over there because I was like, oh, we all did.
Yeah, the thing is that it's kind of hard to call that out just because of the fact that, like, we don't have a whole lot of time to adjust to it. Feint is completely up to you. Like, you can just burn it wherever. His autos don't necessarily hurt super bad. And there's nothing where he's, like, autoing the tanks like super hard in between a high damage mechanic. So like, I mean, technically during the squares prog during squares is like the best place to put it, just because they are getting the light party stack and the, everything else, but personal preference.
Yeah, do you want me to put the range? Does range anyway? Just let me know if you do. I've just been doing it wherever I can get like multiple AoEs.
Yeah, I would say like pop it when the second elements come out.
Okay.
Just because like if it's water then spread, we want to make sure people are top, or like water, like you know what I mean.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, that's
like,
right.
Right now I'm using like the first AoE and then like the first one, right? I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I'll see if it comes back up.
Actually, you know what? Leave it there. Yeah, leave it there just because it's super comfy right now.
Okay.
With the way everything's set up at the start.
Okay. Yeah, I'll see if it comes back up.
Yeah, but you can just almost burn it, like, almost on cooldown, wherever, like, it comes back up.
Yeah. Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. I think we're good. Dang. Sorry, Kels.
I got little shield.
No crit shield for you. These are going to be tank and healer though. Tank and healers can stack, or not tank and healers, DPS can stack up a mech. Yeah. Stack up a mech. Don't get a debuff, go grab it. And then you can go immediately. What? I'm going to be completely honest, I don't know how that happened.
Oh, she didn't pass her.
Oh, she still had the debuff? That's weird.
You know what? Yeah, we are
Did
gonna
it-
use the flower right there. That works.
Nice.
Okay.
I think a power spot for it. It's
The
like
only-
the tether into the Reblade.
Yeah. That works. The only thing is that... actually, that still works. I was going to say, if you don't get the tether, you don't take it.
No, but everyone else does. And then it goes off to the Reblade and then it pops itself again.
Yeah.
I literally am not using it for anything else.
Yeah, exactly. That's the other thing. Is like, as well. So to the wall and spread. So get ready for your spread spots.
I'll bop after
Spread out. Perfect. This is going to be knockbacks. Get north. Knockback. Oh shit. Forward.
I pressed it too late.
You said it was what, half life?
Yeah. So like, we'd be here for this group. Damn. I'm actually surprised they're still alive.
Damn, should have said.
Oh, hard cat hazard.
Poison state.
Alright, set it.
You can free position.
Yeah, tanks and healers can kind of pre-position. So remember that if you're a healer, you're on B. If you're a tank, you're on C. If you're a DPS that gets tank, you're on A. DPS that gets healer, you're on B. Looks good. and then look for the color corresponding to your thing.
Might need a little bit.
Yeah, I gotcha.
We're going to one northern.
No, I don't. What was the same color?
Red probably.
Don't move just
Poison.
yet.
Yep.
Now you can move.
Oh, shit.
This one.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, I think we're just a little bit lower.
Yeah.
And poison. Yeah, remember you have to wait for it to tether to you before you can.
Yeah.
There you go. But yeah, it's basically just making sure that the tether goes out on the correct people, and then you can move up. But yeah, that's all. At least the pre-positioning looked really good, and everybody seemed to be heading in the right spot.
We'll clean it out.
Yeah, I was
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Okay, you know what? Yeah, you're right. I am shielding myself more. No, I take that back. Yeah, because I shielded Kels once and then myself like 4.
Indeed.
No bias.
Yeah, no bias. Not needed. These are going to be DPS tethers. DPS can stack up in the boss system. I think some healers know what to do. Dang, I could heal you in time.
I assume I was just out too far.
It's because I didn't get the heals off preemptively,
Ah, okay.
and because you were out, you know, then I couldn't get you.
Your flower works there. I accept that.
Make sure I don't go off to Narnia next time.
Honestly, distance-wise, that should have been fine. I'll normally heal faster. So technically speaking, that one could be OP. Like, strictly speaking. Alright. Gonna be knockback first. And to light party. Knockback and light party. Perfect. Gonna be getting the wall and strip. Going to jump west.
Along west. Your other Wii's. Luckily, I didn't get that.
Aww. And just remember that takes a literal eternity to go off. So make sure you just stay spread.
It's okay, Kels. I also went around the east as well.
Yeah, this one is specifically what tripped me up for a while in PF. Like I needed some reps to get this one down in order to like get to the whichever cardinal fast.
Yeah. Takes me a second time to find which one is
Especially with like where you have to be on the wall.
Yeah,
Like-
it definitely feels kind of disorienting, like, well, as you're learning it.
Yeah, the best piece of advice that I can give is like preemptively note which cardinal you're on. So like let's say fire and lightning is on west. So like just kind of lock that in your mind that okay, I'm west, and just kind of because you're sitting there for a while with nothing to do while he's in next before the elements go off. So it's just like just keep that preemptively in your mind. And that's kind of how I learned to deal with it. So
Yep.
Like, other than that, yeah, you have to get fast. Because unfortunately, they just made this kind of unforgiving.
Yeah, I'm gonna try reorienting myself after the first two elements resolve, just so like my camera is facing.
Yeah, and specifically speaking, like I said, this part especially will take round.
Yeah.
Is just getting which direction to go fast, especially with light.
Yeah, but trying to look at my mini map, it's a little slow.
Yeah,
Like turn like
exactly.
yeah. Just gotta figure out something. Like legit, I do that for certain games. Like for the bird cleave, I do top. I can see like his
That's kind of big brain, not gonna lie.
yeah, it's a little janky sometimes.
I hope it's a little bit more than sometimes.
Well, it works pretty well like when the situation calls. You can't use it all the time.
Yes, to
DPS settings? Yeah, exactly.
I think that's like when it works.
Tanks and healers can just stack up max melee. So the problem is that both two DPS went in immediately at the same time to grab it. So we've still got a debuff here, so someone's dead.
Me.
Yeah, unfortunately, that person being killed.
Oh, my flower didn't even get to live. That fucking feels bad. At least my bell
the flower
is just
just
like.
blew. Well, it's also good to know that if I can just like power through that. Sage is busted. So like I'm just keeping in my mind that this is west where we're at right now. So it's to the wall and light parties.
I'm gonna swap over.
Perfect. Alright, this is gonna be knockback. Oh, we can just kind of stay put. And then he's using the weapon. So get to the side. And then spread. Thankfully the weapon is like not
Oh
super
shit, I went to the wrong spot.
I mean,
This
as
one,
long
it
as
doesn't,
we spread out.
like-
We have plenty
Yeah.
of time to adjust for that.
Yeah, there isn't really a spread spot there because we could get knocked back like a variety of different things. So that one's just an adjust mechanic
Okay.
for the most part.
So good.
Yeah.
Poison save.
Poison save.
So in the event of that, so long as like if I can't make it to the fireboard, I'll just try and find a safe spot, I guess.
Yeah.
Healers, tanks, free position.
You can kind of pre-position. A
Poison
is tank DPS. D is healer DPS. So on and so forth. Looks good.
Put one forward marker.
Yeah. Just remember to wait for the tethers.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Like, one of these. I think 50 years as well.
I know, right?
Right.
Right, now you can live. Pop it. Pop the next one. Get to poison.
Poison. We got there.
Excellent. Perfect. Alright. And then what we're going to do is bring the boss north for this one. There's still time to bring him north. there isn't. Jeez, thanks. So DPS are going to get towers, and tanks and healers are going to get tethers.
For this one again.
Yep, in my positions.
Yeah, so we'll need to actually get towers and everything set up. But yeah, he stands still a lot. So immediately after the elements goes off, bring him north to about where he is right now. Is like where you'd want him.
See, so we have time to position ourselves for towers and things.
Yeah, and basically how that's going to play out is that can either be no tank or no healer, or no DPS. So it, you know, it hurts people. So whoever's getting the tower is not getting the tether. Is how that's going to play out.
Tethers just spread out around the back side of the box.
For the tethers, like where he is right now. Here, let me fuck up the markers some more.
Yeah,
can
like
somebody
say he
save
was-
this configuration?
Hold on.
This one, I'm keeping the party finder one.
Yeah, keep the party finder one, but like this one just for practice. You got it? Alright. So like, if he is where he is, the tethers would kind of spread out in this type of a formation for uptime.
Okay,
And it
range
makes things a
going
lot
out.
easier. Yeah, with range going out to A and B and whoever is melee on B and C. And this is also applies to both tanks and healers. So healers would be A and D.
So we're still
Easy.
going east-west, like in Hollywood, like I'll go east, you go west.
Yeah. And then the towers will be handled by DPS. The reason why this is so much easier is because then you don't have to worry about the tower people crossing over the tethers, trying to get their tower. So like this is like infinitely easy.
Now
Or infinitely-
towers, just pick one and stand there, let someone else adjust you kind of thing.
Well, we can just assign towers based off of melee uptime because the two here. Let me erase more markers
Oh yeah. Okay.
because the towers are going to be here, 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 and here roughly. So 1 and 2 are the melees, and 3
So
and 4
I'd
are-
always grab 3, you'd always grab 4 kind of thing.
bingo.
Gotcha.
And whoever like for range DPS, whoever is grabbing 4 and 3 for the range, like you can just stay on that side. So like here, I know this is like not the best example, but like 3 would get A, 4 would go to D, depending on if you're tower or tether. And same with 1 and 2. Yeah, you're always just trying to stay on that same side.
Okay. I mean, I don't have a preference.
No, not particularly.
I'll take one.
Okay. So yeah, so Morgan will always be left.
Alright,
Official
so-
will always be right.
So I'll be going to like the D spot then? Or is this towers?
It depends on whether you're a towers or tether.
Yeah.
Because the towers can just say no DPS, and then it's like, oh, I'm the tether, type of thing,
Okay.
and vice versa.
So-
Yeah.
So the right or left is just gonna matter for both then? Sorry, I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's basically that's kind of how we should set that up. Is that whoever is going right for the towers also goes right for the tethers to make things like simple.
Okay. So I'll always begin 4 or D depending if I have towers or not.
Bingo. And we'll handle the like the tether grouping in the exact same way. Where like if you're going to get the towers, you stay at max melee, and if you're going to get the tethers, kind of go in the boss hitbox. We'll do that the exact same way. And
Mine's
there's
a little bit of a light rental actually.
it's not as bad. Like once you get used to this movement is even easier than the one at the beginning, because you don't have to worry about passing.
Okay.
So it's literally just, hey, tethers, bang. But
Yeah,
that's
because
how
if the
this
person
plays.
next to you has a tether and you have a tether, then you can't really pass your tethers between each other. That makes
Bingo.
sense.
Bingo. And then for the 2 towers at 1 and 2, just make sure you don't walk in between, in the path of a tether while trying to get the tower. That's it. That's literally it. This mechanic is super easy when he's out of off center. Is basically how this is. Yeah, this one's pretty straightforward. There's a second part to this, which will resolve in very similar in a very similar way. What do you mean lose uptime? You're always in melee range.
If Abzern's always going to be on 1B, and the boss is where he's going to be right now, you're always going to be on 2.
Yeah, I'll rearrange them. D there. Yeah. Like, basically, since Asbrin is 1 or B for the melees, you'd be either on C or 2. Like, if you're getting a tower, you're always 2, so you'll always get uptime, or you'd be on C.
You're just going to have to keep up with your noise, that's all.
Yeah, you're gonna lose your position, but that's kind of how Savage works. If I'm gonna be completely honest, I think positionals are stupid when they put mechanics like this in that force you to not have positionals. I don't know.
Yeah, I think they're lying, thinking that is, oh, you have 2 more. Forehead.
Yeah. Yeah.
You'd be surprised how often you use them, though.
Alright, should we... Anybody have any other questions?
Let's go.
Alright. Do we want to use the crutch markers one more time just to make sure people got it? Just for practice. Because I think this is helpful in learning it. And then once you know exactly where to go, it's like, okay, I'm going to the exact same marker each time.
I got
See,
one.
I'm not biased. I'm not biased, I swear. I swear.
Equal opportunity.
Alright. Tank and healer tethers. We'll have some fizz range. DPS can stack up, max melee. Perfect. Looks good. Excellent. Calvin's just abusing the free movement while he has it. I just see him spinning and jumping and all that. Shit. Yeah, I just haven't said anything about it. Alright, keep in mind that we are west. This is going to be a knockback into spread. Knockback spread. So get away from everybody.
Oh, shit, sorry, Kelsey.
That's the first time we got that pattern, and I guarantee, and I knew that was going to happen immediately.
Yeah, I thought I had to go to the corner, but...
Doesn't really matter where you go, I was trying to spread away from everyone.
Okay.
Yeah, for that one, there isn't really, like, positions that we can do. Or, not, there technically is positions that we can do, it's just, they're never as...
Alright, yeah, my bad.
So kind of the way I look at it is that if I'm naturally going like west, or like for the for towers or for the tethers, I just tend to go west, or not west, like left looking middle. Just so that way, like, all 4 ranged aren't in one like, quadrant.
You just said get pushed back with Marabi because we always adjust to each other.
Dang.
I said, I trust you, man. I'll get pushed back with you.
Okay, so Calwin's like going all the way back to the wall,
Yeah.
to wherever the boss is. So like if it's 3, he'll always be going to the boss. Or like through the boss. I guess Izzy can just stay in the middle area. Hey, no bias.
Oh. Big one.
I'll take it. Everybody's a crit shield.
You get a crit shield. You get a crit shield.
These are going to be tank and heal each other's. DPS can stack. Oh. I think you missed my mitigation kill.
I think so.
Looking at your HP. Whoa.
Interesting. I dodged your heal. My dot just rolled back, so that's probably what it is.
Imagine missing your heal every time.
I just watched my Dia go from like 3 to 6 to back to 3.
Alright, so remember that we are south. It's gonna be wall, then spread, so we can pre-position. Alright, get ready for knockback. Moving east. Knockback me. The cape. Play parties.
Oh, I moved up. I did our old.
You're good, you're good, you're good, you're good. Oh.
And remember that we can't be the fire.
Yeah, I want to be with you.
Did I just stand in the wrong spot, or what happened?
Water's safe. No slower as Avery. I
I
Aww.
can be healthy enough for that.
Okay, well, I was already through this Rose. That sucks.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Just go. We don't got enough people for the ball eating.
I kind of want to practice the movement again.
It does take a very long time.
Yeah.
Plus, if you're dead, buff would still apply to you. Or debuff, I should say.
You're just gonna have to move as quickly as
I'm
you
gonna
can.
haul ass, yeah.
Alright.
Remember, water's gonna be safe again.
We'll probably need some healing in between because I can't shield us like at all. Yeah. The movement looked really good, so like overall.
Yeah.
Now we can roll it. I just wanted to get that movement in. Because yeah, I think people have got it now, basically.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward.
And yeah, that's exactly where he wants he should be moved. Yes.
But yeah, earlier, did I die to the stack, or was it from something else?
Honestly, I'm not sure. If I'm gonna be completely honest.
Oh well.
Yeah. First up. The way we did them there should work just fine. Just make sure that the boss doesn't go too far away. So I would either knock back immune for Callan or like gap close back. That way he doesn't move too far away. But we'll plan to do them like the same way, with one group kind of on the wall and the other group close to the middle. Same setup. Tank healer tethers. Like, we're getting all of the combinations down. Tanks and healers can stack up. Grab it off of us. Perfect. Alright, I did it a little bit earlier this time, so you should get it then. Yeah, you're good.
I guess I just spread out too early last time. Okay.
Yeah, well, I also did it earlier that time, as opposed to last time.
Okay.
So that way, because you got so low on that replay. Remember that we are get to the wall, then light parties.
Go over.
This is going to be knockback. We'll get knocked back to north, and his weapon is glowing. This is going to be a spread. Perfect.
Excellent.
My swift cast is down.
I'm gonna move away.
Mine's down as well.
I'll get her after my bed.
I got 10 seconds on mine.
Blue rays.
Blood rage. Poison is
Poison
safe.
safe.
I'll focus on you.
We should be good. We have downtime.
Yeah, we've got some downtime. We can pre-position at our spot. And now DPS know what spot they are. Yep. This time I don't have weakness. Ow, I still died myself.
Did you step in the puddle?
No, I didn't.
But I got
Poison,
hit
by
with
the way.
you.
Well, I barely
Makes
survived
no
that.
sense. I still took the damage with you.
I know, right?
You want me to share this with anyone?
It must be a gear difference. I don't have Swift, so I'm
Well,
not gonna get very far. I'm slow rising Callan right now.
okay, I'll switch.
Alright.
But he's not dragged north, so.
So tanks and healers grab the tethers. I mean, this is already fucked because he's not north.
Yeah.
Because like you see how much harder this is if it's if you have to get the towers, the like maneuver through the tethers. Yeah, it's just that's a pain.
Do it like, oh, never mind. I was gonna say we could maybe wait for the tanks to hit them. Or well, actually no. The boss in the middle, we can just all stand closer to it.
Well, that's why we bring him north. Is just so that we don't have to worry about any of that.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, that would. Oh, that's what
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, our issue is that Avery got clipped by the second. Well, no, that's not true. Avery, you got clipped by somebody else. And then I took the second one solo.
Yeah, you have to just run directly into the orb you want because the explosions are kind of big.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Make sure you rotate clockwise after this.
Yeah, and that's why we have it set up this way, is that because doing the other strat, you need to be a little bit more on top of the orb's positioning. Meanwhile, this, like, everybody's a lot more spread out. But,
Yeah, I just do like a little glance to make sure we're like both in the same general area.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, once the tethers go out, run into the first one, no hesitation. Second one, apparently I guess we do need heals in between. Because I moved immediately to the second one thinking I was fine in terms of healing. I was not, in fact, fine in terms of healing.
I survived with so much.
So, pop the first one, no hesitation. Get ready to pop the second one, and then you just wait for just a second. I'll throw out one heal, so that we're all shifted.
You definitely didn't step in the poison puddle, right? It was
No.
just it hit you that hard?
I think so. Because I know I didn't step into any, like, center puddles, because I did the normal movement from the cardinal, like, to the orb.
I know we turned to step close for it, but I figured maybe you stepped in it by mistake.
I made sure to.
Weird.
That's kind of why I'm like, I have no idea.
Because, like, I saw my character take the damage with yours, but you just went down. So
Yeah,
like,
I didn't get back up.
Okay.
Oh well. In any case, that's no worries. Let's get it.
I like your time that cracker like right as the death started. It's very cinematic.
Very impressive time. Not biased.
Yeah. Only me.
Alright. These are gonna be tank and healer brothers. DPS stack up, max mana.
I love that.
Yeah, I'm just throwing out mitigation. Actually, I think I threw out my mitigation over there.
I'm just gonna...
Yeah, because it definitely wore off. Ow. headed east. So get out and spread. We can free spread. Perfect. Knock back and step. Going south. The cape is going, so pop knockback.
Careful not to stand up.
Ah!
Deck.
That's my fault. I didn't pop on that.
Make sure you're not fucking.
Oh,
I got him.
It's all good.
Yeah, when you were headed back, you went into fire.
yeah, I was so close. I'll just try and fix that next time.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Water is safe.
Remember to dehydrate. Yeah, it might be good to have that.
You can kind of preemptively get to where you need to be. DPS not so much, but like, you know.
So stand up.
Yeah. You can get close-ish. Looks good. Water. Looks good. Position. Excellent. So whoever isn't getting the towers, make sure that you're going to be getting the tethers in the boss's headphones. Whoever's getting the towers stacks up behind. Tanks and healers are getting towers. DPS get the tethers. So stack up to get the tethers, and what we got it for you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm going off.
Yeah, we're dead.
Tanks and healers look good.
Yeah, tanks and healers look good.
Good job,
Just remember that you
Tanks
need to stack up in the positions and then split out.
For some reason, my brain was like, oh, I should just go to my spot and the tether will go there. And I'm like, that's not how that works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
sorry.
exactly like the first one where you need to kind of clump up in those two groups and then you can kind of spread out.
My apologies.
Yeah, and then the second part of that is going to be what there's going to be tethers. It's going to be towers, then tethers, then COVID.
Okay.
And whoever gets those, whoever gets the first set of tethers is getting the second set of tethers, and whoever's getting that second set of towers gets COVID. Actually, wait, no, is that? No, whoever gets the second set of towers doesn't want COVID.
Okay.
That was how that went.
People really, really want COVID.
Yeah, so I'll call that out when we get there. Yeah, yeah. Triple crit shield. Go. Thank you. DPS can stack up, max damage. Yeah, I just giga overheal there, just because like I want to make sure we're all top, and there's really no other place to put it.
Always like when you walk.
Yeah, I use Numa there, just because there's literally nowhere else.
Also, where do you want me to place like my Phoenix heals?
Up to you. If anybody's extraordinarily hurt, I guess then, but like normally just the main thing. The boss is going to be south. Get to the wall, and then light fires.
Walk over.
This is going to be knockback into spread. The cape is glowing, so you can knock back money.
That's not too bad.
Slow resin sawfish.
Okay.
I should have enough time.
You should.
Yep, I get enough time. Wait, what? Nani?
I can swiftly rage.
Electric
Yeah.
is
If I can.
electric is safe.
I'll get selfish.
Slow resin AV now.
Yeah, did.
I was trying to help out maybe, but I ended up dropping
You can kind of pre-position to our spots.
Blue is safe. Blue is safe.
Count.
Blood rake coming up. Do your thing.
I can tap that.
Lightning. 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 And then after lightning goes off,
Oh, what
Alright.
left with my cast?
blood rake.
I placed the flower in time.
Alright. Tanks and healers are getting towers. DPS stay in its temples.
Izzy has it.
Yeah.
Now it's from these inner towers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Alright. Blood rake is happening on.
They chopped off. We're good.
Alright. DPS are getting the towers. So that means that DPS are not dealing with COVID. So tanks and healers want the COVID. DPS can stack up for the COVID
Well, I should not have been on
in
top
the
of
tethered
this.
positions. Yeah, DPS get the tethers, move to your spots.
Oh, shh.
That's funny.
Did I pat? Did
I think someone was gonna die anyways, so I think I took it off Izzy because I didn't know she was standing where
Yeah.
she was.
Yeah.
might be able to heal out.
may have.
Now we can. Now we can't heal our LB.
That was just rude.
On the bright side, we're getting a little further.
That's literally the last mechanic.
What
Because
do you think
outside
I'll
of
be?
that, so yeah, because outside of that, we get Pinax, or we get another Pinax, which is exactly the same as the scores phase that was at the beginning. Exactly the same.
Oh, okay. So we basically said.
Yeah.
So say that again. Whoever gets powers
So
is getting the tethers?
so I'll clarify this one.
Just so I understand.
Yeah, so clarifying this one is that whoever gets tethers the first time is going to get it the second. So
How's that connected to the towers?
it's not. That's
Oh,
the thing.
okay.
The second towers is connected to the COVID. The first towers is not connected to anything. That's just deciding who gets the tether.
Okay.
I guess one thing to note is that happened twice last time. One, like, I stole a new tether, and then Azrin died because I was between him and then Zane was trying to get his tether. So then, by him
Yeah.
going to get his tether, he stole mine. He didn't have one.
Yeah.
So it's like, that should be like a thing where, like, should it be like, if you have your tether already, just like go closer to the wall or something? Like, reduce the chance of that kind of shenanigans happening?
The range kind of have to go off to the side, but if you want to go off to the side, like to the wall, you can.
Yeah, like you say like the boss off three, like my tether,
Yeah.
I have my tether. Like I was standing just kind of out here, and then,
Yeah.
but then like, because Azrin was like over here, so like he's that path.
Also, one important thing, during that entire section, the tank should not be north, like turning the boss around. They need to be on the party side for the tethers at 100% of the time during that.
Yeah.
So-
Here's what I'm saying is like, so like if the boss out, if you have your tether already, whether you melee or final boss, like melee would like would it make sense if you kind of stand back and like range kind of stand back? That way, just like the angle of it's better.
Technically, it shouldn't matter because the only other people are the people in the towers, and the center of the towers isn't close to the tethers if you go over to like the sides of the boss. If that makes any sense, it shouldn't matter, and it was only because we were kind of messed.
Oh, okay.
Because that was the first time we saw it. But basically, how that plays out is that the tethers and towers resolved that first time. We have that like pretty down for the most part. Then the next time, what's going to happen is the towers are going to resolve. Then he's going to start to pass the COVID, and whoever isn't in those towers wants the COVID. And whoever is in the towers is going to immediately stack up, either at max melee or within the boss's hitbox, depending on whether or not they had the tethers. Because it's, the tethers always get the tethers. So whether or not they get the first set of tethers, they're going to... So let's say they get the first set of tethers, then they get the second towers. They're going to want that next set of tethers, so they're going to stand in the boss's hitbox. And the people with the COVID, or the other people, they want the COVID. So you treat that exactly the same as the one at the start.
So say again, how do we determine that who gets COVID for that? Is it the people who get the second set of towers?
The people that get the second set of towers never want COVID.
Okay.
So the people that are outside of that second set of towers want the COVID.
So the people that get the second set of towers are going to want to stack up directly after.
Yep.
Is what you're saying?
Yep. Whoever gets the second towers stacks up immediately. Whether it's
Now,
like
how do
at
you
max
know
melee-
if you're going to be wanting to stack to grab the tether?
Depending on whether or not you got the first.
The first
you-
tether set you mean for the first
The-
set of towers?
Yeah, so like how there's tethers and towers at that first set? If you get the tether on that first set, you're wanting it for the second.
Yeah, so I think
I see. So DPS would have wanted it both times, and because
Yeah.
we have the towers in the second set, we would have wanted to get rid of the COVID.
Yes. So
Okay, I
we
think
would
that
have
makes
stacked up at max melee, while the DPS would want the tethers. So they do the COVID pass like normal,
Mhm.
so where they end up with the COVID. But this time they're also getting the tether.
yeah,
So
like
you could flip flop it and have DPS and tanks and healers swap at some point too.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. All right, that makes sense.
So like in that specific instance, after DPS had the second tower, but we also wanted the tether. So after that, we would stack. It's like the first set. It's like the first thing.
Yeah.
So like we would stack inside the boss, and then like the tanks and healers would come and grab the COVID off of us, and then we would spread out with our tethers. So they would be behind us.
Yeah. That's basically how that would is it's kind of you because one group can get a lot of different things there. The only things that are completely like you can't do is if you have the towers, you guarantee do not want the COVID. So that's like the hard rule for that one, and everything else can kind of fall into play.
Okay. Sounds like the if else then is just basically after the second tower, depending on whether or not you have the first set of tethers or not, you stand closer or further away.
Bingo.
Okay.
That's how you decide that.
Cool.
So just remember that the second towers immediately groups up. And as Morgan said, whether or not you had the first set of tethers depends. That is what decides whether you're in his hitbox or out of it. And then you'd resolve it the exact same way we resolved the first set of tethers. And that's it. That's the first phase. That's everything, for the record. That's the only thing that's different. Everything beyond that is just Square's phase again, and he throws out 3 Ray Whites at the end. And then Enrage. That's it. We're basically there.
We got this.
The faster we can clear, the faster I guess I call it, let's shiny.
So,
I haven't even seen the models for those yet.
so let's say the tethers group also wants, or let's say that the first tethers group gets the second tethers, right? I think that's what you're asking. Yeah, so basically how that is going to play out is that you resolve the first set of tethers just like you normally would, of course. Then you're going to go to your tower and get that. Once the second set of towers goes off, you're going to group up immediately within his hitbox to pass around the COVID like at the start. But that'll also get you the tethers because you're grouped up in the... It's exactly the same. It ends up being the exact same motion. I don't know exactly which question you're asking.
Yeah.
Yeah, the towers, the second set of towers is like way before the second set of tethers and COVID. So the towers will always resolve, or the second towers will always resolve before the second tethers, and they have a deep window of these. So we don't actually have to like rush that.
Yeah, and they're like, and those they're like pretty decently spaced.
Yeah.
So you can think of it basically as like the tower is its own, like basically after the tower, just put your like your mental into like the first mechanic.
Yeah. Like if you have to move north for the tether resolution, obviously do so. But like outside of that, there's like you can't really spin them around because that might fuck up the tethers. Like you kind of need to be with the group. So unfortunately for the melees positional wise, like this is just like get fucked. Like that's just kind of how this resolves. Is unfortunately that is how it is. Yeah.
We do want to do one last poll.
Yeah, we've got time. Let's try to get there again with this last poll. Let's see if we can't actually like put what we learned into practice. Doesn't want to move. He's lethargic. Fucking sleepy.
Imagine like bosses.
Take some fluid. I wish we could move bosses around forcibly.
Yeah, like that make tank like
Alright. Tanks and healers can stack up with the no hit. getting better at that. And especially since we're gonna have to use that movement later in the fight for that last set. Because it plays out very similarly.
Yeah, I think the issue is just like timing, making the way.
Exactly.
I kind of got antsy with that dash there.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, like I forgot like I forgot the second that power or like yeah the tether's like after the power.
Yeah. So remember, we are competitive. This is a knockback and spread. Knockback, spread. Well, you can't make sure that you aren't.
I'm just gonna get knocked back on the other side.
Light parties.
Hello.
Hey guys.
We formed one light party collectively. Does that count?
The problem is that both are going on.
Oh no, I know that.
We're getting
Take it, right?
fucked.
We can take it, right? Power friendship.
Yeah, power of friendship. We can do one more practice, but that's it. Let's get one more.
Just spread out, stop caring about the
Like, you should put a macro for tank out before you come out, right? Just feel like the power of friendship.
Yeah, and just remember that if you're going for the spread, if you like are heading to the right for the tethers, you should also try to head right for the tower for the spread.
Okay.
Just so that we don't get 5 people that are ranged on the same side. This is going to be deep. Yeah.
Our tethers.
DPS can stack up in the boss's hitbox.
Also tell us to pass our code before people have it.
Yep.
My flower didn't get hit by anybody. Okay.
Yeah. That's kind of the unfortunate part, is because that doesn't technically do damage. The flower's not going to set off.
I've been placing it, it's getting hit by our tanks usually. I guess that would just place properly.
Well, what triggers it is you taking damage.
I thought it was just getting hit in general.
No,
If you
the
get
one-
hit,
it's you take.
Yeah.
It
That-
goes
that's
off
the-
the rate and I guess I don't know.
Yeah, because if it... Remember, we are east. This is knockback into light party. This is going to be to the wall. Head west. Knockback immune. Do you want? And this is going to be a spread. I'll get Avery.
There you go.
No. That works too.
Well, this is the first time I've actually survived all tiles. Let's go.
Bonk. Bonk. Blood rake coming out.
Fire is safe.
Second.
Yeah. You have tons of time. At the very least. because I like minimally shielded it.
Remember fire safe. What? Did I just move too early?
No, yeah, I just wasn't. I was like sliding out.
Oh. Okay. No. Oh. Matter of fact, I didn't.
I might have just died.
That's fine.
Blood rage. Alright. DPS are getting the tethers. Tanks and healers are in towers. DPS are getting the second set of tethers.
Okay.
That's that good suck.
Unintended.
Alright. Tanks and healers are getting towers. Remember that towers do not want COVID. So we're gonna stack up the max melee. DPS, make sure to spread for the COVID. Alright, now you can grab it from us. Grab it from us.
I think mine spread to someone else.
And now grab the tethers. Yeah. Because DPS, whichever group is not in the towers cannot stack because, you know, the COVID thing.
No, I was still better than the first one. Obviously.
Yeah.
That was. I think that was part of that was my fault.
We might be able to heal it up here and just see what it
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna get it in time.
No.
Yeah, no, we aren't gonna get it, unfortunately. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I forgot his name.
I didn't
Yeah.
really spread out until it was too late. So
Yeah.
that's on me.
That's the only thing to keep into mind is that I didn't really talk about it, but because you want the COVID, make sure not to stack up if you aren't in the tower. So like the tether people, especially if the like let's say the tower people are going to stack up at max melee, the tether people can just stack up kind of north-ish, like where he is, and vice versa. If the tower people need to get like in his hitbox, you can actually, to be fair, you just got to make sure that the COVID pass is done and that you move into your spot as a group after the COVID pass gets resolved. Like you just kind of get it.
Yeah,
That's it.
I like. Yeah, I got that. On my part, it's just slow reactions.
I mean, tether passes look really good though.
Yeah.
That's the harder part too.
Yeah, on the bright side, we got through most of phase 1 already, which is nice.
Yeah, like I said, that is the last mechanic that is resolved in even a different way. Square phase, just